Hi.
Welcome to the most awkward intro to season 2.
Yeah, hey, how nice that you're listening to the first episode of the second season of Might As Well Be podcast. It's good to be back. It's a new season, new format, new content. I'm Jason, I'm the host of this episode, and sitting across from me is my dear friend,
Philip.
Hello.
We finished each other's sentences?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
The location is my residence. Had the personnel.
Residence.
Yeah, the personnel clear out the table. Got also a nice cold beverage.
Oh, butt beer.
I wanted to say we can't name the brand.
Oh.
But, yeah, well. If cum tasted this good, my knees would be bruised.
Oh, God. Might as well. What even?
Anyway, we're all set to start a brand new season. Things are going to be a bit different from now on. The first thing being that we're going to have a theme per episode. But we'll also talk about our week. But before we get into that, Philip, are you excited to start this new season?
Hell yeah. I'm excited to where this leads to, always fun to experiment, try new things, and just innovate, It's crucial.
It's nice to have a fresh start.
Exactly.
I haven't felt this good since I fornicated with Kanye.
I want to quickly go back. So you said residency? I know it's but it sounds so proper. You know what I mean?
I officially live in a monument. The front of my house is a monument. I always say my house is really nice from the outside. Which is very true. And then the inside, it's like an office.
Hey man, models get paid. It's okay. No hate.
How's your week or your whole period ever since the last episode's been?
Yeah, man. I mean, good. I had a few situations, but so far.
Hence the delay of the second season.
Yes. But staying healthy and just trying to make the most out of life, huh? What for you, huh? What about you?
Also I've been chilling. I've been seeing friends more often now. So that's good. My mom came over with the dog.
Nice.
Fucking old now and has a stroller.
Wait, the dog?
Yeah.
What do you mean a stroller? Like
a stroller for kids. Like he can't walk. So.
Oh,
he can walk, but not for that long. So then my parents put him in a stroller. This was also weird because we went into Leeuwarden in the city center. And I was with my girlfriend and my mom was with her boyfriend. And people were kind of looking at it like, is that a baby? And if so, they're a bit too old, but they're a bit too young. What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, it reminds me. Oh, I had the most awkward encounter at when I was shopping with my mom and my sister. And so I think I was 13 at that point, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, my sister was then I think 25 or something. And then my mom was somewhere else. And then she someone else stopped by because we also had her baby with us, right? Yeah. So it was a weird dynamic. It was either I'm way too young to be a parent, right? So it's is this your son, right? Because it wasn't in the picture, but then she would have had a kid with 13, right? So yeah, it was a very awkward but fun encounter for 2 minutes. So
nice,
good vibes.
The theme of this episode:
friendship.
How wholesome.
Yay. Yeah, we gotta roll it back, and throw out the net for something wholesome.
Yeah, something wholesome.
Hell
friendship. Yeah. First talking point. How did we become friends?
So we both had Tinder.
And we really wanted to audition for Idols, and then we both didn't get through the first round. And that's how we met.
I also I remember a conversation we had in the Voice green room, right? We were both excited to go on as a duet and stuff, and I remember you being very nervous at that moment, right?
Yeah, because I didn't practice the choreography we had come up with.
Exactly, and especially with our silver latex suits on, it was very tight to breathe, because the first time we met, we had matching outfits on.
Yeah.
That's how we just knew.
And I forgot the Vaseline. That was also
Oh man.
No, maybe a better talking point would be, I would describe our friendship to be
I would describe a friendship to be, what did you do, a BuzzFeed quiz for this? But I'd say open, honest, you know, because it's not an exclusive friendship, you know, like we see other people. Honest and honest, straightforward, and also creative, you know, and innovative. That's how I describe
podcast based.
Also fair.
Yeah, if I would describe our friendship, it would be shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Because I feel like it doesn't matter what we do, there's gonna be shenanigans.
Yeah, that's fair. We're gonna have fun with it, regardless.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's actually going back to recent events. I picked up my drum kit this week.
Okay.
Yeah, which I was so weirded out about because the last time I saw it was 6 years ago, and I left it at a place where I rehearsed with my band.
Okay.
And I was pretty sure like someone claimed it or threw it out, and then it was there. And it was really nice. I was talking to the lady, and then she said like, yeah, if I ever were to learn an instrument, it would be the drums. I don't know. They always look like they're having fun. I was like, that's very true.
That's a fair point.
And I feel like that's the same with us. We don't know what we're doing, but at least it looks like we're having fun. So.
We're a drum kit. I like that.
So how would you then define a friendship? What are friends?
Oh, that is so difficult to all put together, because I think a friendship is kind of like what defines a friendship, you know? Like there's so many types of friendships that you can have, and the energy that you have with someone else is always different. And I think is usually based on the context. And I think first impression is a big case. So I think the scenario when you meet someone for the first time, right? Yeah. It's very important to determine in what way the friendship evolves.
Interesting you say that.
Because I'm saying it, right? Like if you meet someone, right, you're both fucked, you can't see straight at a bar, right? You're gonna love each other, right? But if you meet someone for the first time in university, it's a different setting. And I think that setting also makes a difference in the energy.
Yeah. Also for us, we were in a class for...
Exactly.
Yeah, for a whole module together. And we had like one conversation, but we never really hit it off.
No. And
until Idols came, or was it The Voice?
Yeah, it was both. We did both back to back. But to me, I think like really the context of how it evolves, and timing is also very important.
Yeah, that reminds me of the weirdest thing, because one of my best friends from my hometown, I used to hang with his little brother, and I hated him. Like we would bully each other, we would fight, like we really fucking hated each other. And now I'm better friends with him than with his little brother.
Oh, how does he feel?
No, it's all good. These things just go organically, right?
That is true.
But yeah, weird. He was just a fucked up kid, I think. It was also the case that his teacher, like in middle school, came up to him and kind of like told him, yeah, you do know like all of the kids are afraid of you, right? And he honestly took it as a compliment and just thought, well, mission accomplished.
Okay. He just came into school with an eye patch, you know, he's fucking ready to terrorize kids.
Yeah, that literally took years, because I met him when I was 7, and I think we started being friends when I was 16 or something.
Okay. Had to develop, you know, just like wine. But it really is like that with friendship, right? And then I feel like sometimes it's also in spiral form, right? So you have this friendship, and then you're like friends with someone like at child's age or whatever, right? Then it just, you know, you go to different schools or something happens, someone moves away. It's a spiral. You don't see each other for like 10, 15 years. And later down the line, you can meet that person in a scenario you would have never expected. And the friendship picks up again. You know?
And that's how you know you're real friends, I think, when you do see each other again and it feels like nothing's changed.
Yeah.
I had it with some friends that I didn't see because of Rona. And then because of self-test, we could see each other again. And we didn't even ask like, how you've been or something. It was just like, yeah, this is the normal now. You know, like you've never been gone. That was nice. Yeah,
you just hang, you know? That's what you do. It's a great vibe.
It's difficult to define a friendship without having cliches like, friends are the family you choose. Friends make the good times a bit better and the bad times easier.
Okay.
I would say, if you're really friends with someone, you can do nothing with them. And it's not awkward and it's comfortable.
I think it depends on the friendship. Cause
I'm talking about like when someone is like, you're really solid.
Okay.
It's when you can do nothing together.
That's fair. That's fair. One thing you said, a quick question to that, right? Because like you said, the cliche, friends are the family you choose, right?
Yeah.
Do you choose friends, or is that somewhat predetermined?
Well, in relation to family, it's not as predetermined.
yeah, fair.
Like at any point, you can basically say, or just fuck off. But of course, you're not gonna, because you build a bond.
Yeah.
So it's not as black and white, but I think there's some truth to it. That technically you could just walk away and distance yourself from them.
But you could do the same thing with your family.
Yeah, but you're still definitely gonna see them at funerals or whatever.
It depends on how you see. Like, if you really have a really bad connection with your family, like
yeah, okay, but yeah, it can feel like you're connected by blood with friends, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Like the thing with your family where you fight and then out of nowhere, you never really say sorry, but everything's good again. You just start acting normal again. And that's it with friends as well.
Yeah, that's
They kind of just accept each other for the awful human being you are, and
yeah, it's like you had a moment, but the moment is past, and now it's. Of course, sometimes there's a little tension, but overall, it's like, all right, move on. That's how it is.
Yeah, because you're in it together, especially as a family. You can.
True.
When you're 4, you can't really move out or anything. So
True. But I was more thinking, like, because we also had a conversation about destiny and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, how determined is it to meet certain people in your life?
I don't think it is. Like, I also don't believe in the one when it comes to relationships.
Okay.
Because it would be a pretty fucking big coincidence that everyone happens to live near their soulmate or be near their soulmate. So
true.
And I also feel like everywhere you go, like you also make new friends along the way. It's just certain people you vibe with, and it's not destined to be, but you still do, and that's nice.
Yeah, that's fair. I wonder,
how do you see this? Do you think there's some destiny to it?
I wonder, because I don't think exact people is maybe a little bit like too far-fetched to be like for destiny to be that specific. I wonder if it's certain character types. Right? So like, for example, if you have like, if you want to go astronomical or whatever, or like even young archetypes, like there are certain archetypes of people, right? Personalities.
Oh, sure.
And I wonder if that is kind of predetermined. So like you're predetermined to meet someone with these attributes in a certain situation.
That's interesting. I don't know, because I also have very different friends that I'm very close with, but I know like they wouldn't be friends with each other. Like they wouldn't.
Yeah, of course. But like, it's just like individual, you know? It's like for you, for yourself.
Yeah, okay. But then I would be compatible with 2 different types of friends, right?
Yeah, but that's not, yeah.
So,
for
okay.
Sure.
Okay.
It would just be different archetypes in different moments. So like you need that type of person in your life right now. And that's why you meet that type of personality type.
I think to a certain extent. Because maybe also, because you always have a friend, right? So maybe it's not like the perfect match, but enough. And from there, you can still build the strongest friendship ever.
Yeah. And you also grow together.
Exactly. I think that's the thing with, especially with hometown friends, is you kind of just were put together. So even though you're not necessarily each other's types, you were liked each other the best out of everyone. And then you just start building from there.
Very true. But I think that's the thing. It's a duality, right? So you are destined to meet someone of that type, but that type was also destined to meet someone with your character attributes.
I wouldn't say destined. Like, I think it just happened. It just happens. I wouldn't say it's part of a bigger plan or anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's also just a theory. Like with all these types of like sayings, it's very difficult to come to a conclusive. It's just philosophy.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm just saying what I'm thinking. I don't think it's destiny. I do think there is some logic to like types of people that you attract yourself towards. But Yeah, I don't think it's destiny. I think it's just basic odds that you meet someone that.
I mean, could be again, you know, like.
Sorry to all my friends who really felt destined to be with me. I'm very sorry. It does feel like destiny sometimes. I'll give you that.
Yeah, because like I think again, I think context is important. Maybe it's not all your friends. Maybe it's some. But then I don't know. It's a weird balance, and of course, it was just a thought. But some friendships feel more destined than others.
Yeah.
No offense, you know, but like
True.
Some do.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever been in that position where you kind of notice that the other party is putting more effort in the friendship than you are?
Yeah.
And that's always so hard to deal with, in my opinion. I don't know. I never really knew how to deal with that.
It's rough because it's not a relationship or like flirting, right? But it makes you feel.
Yeah, it's not like a breakup. You're not gonna tell them like, "Hey, put less effort into this."
No, that would be such a dick move too.
Yeah, you kind of just have to expect them to take hints or something, and
yeah, and it's a strange scenario, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh man, rough.
Now I have another talking point for you.
Oh yeah, I'd shoot it.
I consider myself to be a good friend.
That's difficult. I mean, generally, for myself, I'd say I have, you know, there's only so many people you really truly can care for, I think.
Wasn't it like 5? I thought someone did research on it that you can only have like 5 friends.
What? Who said that?
No, like of course you have like multiple friends, but like 5 like best friends that you can really care for and devote your time to.
How did he study that?
I have no fucking idea. I just heard the results somewhere. I'm not even sure it's right. Also, still for the second season, fact check everything we say.
Some things don't change.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just say for the people, I think it's always more difficult if people are far away from you, like physically. Now, of course, it's easier you can like, of course, have conversations over, you know, any distance basically. But I think there's still like a limit on what's healthy for you to care about other people. Because if you spend all your time caring about other people, they're not gonna make the same way for you. Maybe, you know, you should care about yourself and you should also look out for the others. So to me, at least, I try to look out for people, and I always see like if they need a conversation or something, I'm always trying to be there for them. Yeah, but besides that, man, it's a difficult thing. What about you?
I think I'm a good friend. You know, especially we already talked about this. You don't always need to agree with friends with whatever they do, but I know in the end of the day, I will always be there for my friends.
Yeah,
like they can always. Well, I wanted to say always text me, but that's not my strongest point lately. Maybe call me, then I will definitely answer. And I'm such a bad friend when it comes to texting. I don't know. It's
But that's what I mean with distance, because it's easier if there are people like physically around you. Like if you live together, you're gonna care for them, or like at least to some degree. I don't know, man. It's a difficult dynamic. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
All I know is I try. That's all I'm gonna leave it.
Oh, good intentions, right? That's I feel like that's what makes you a good friend, trying your best, right? And I think just being there is
just existing, man.
no, but just, you know, being there is not. I feel like that's also, you know, way more powerful in general when people, you know, we always think I love you is the, you know, the pinnacle of caring for someone, right?
Yeah.
But in general, I care for you is already more caring for someone. But also just saying, I'm here for you. You know, no matter what, I'm going to be here. Yeah. So like that's way more soothing than I love you. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. And I think loving is not something you say. It's just something that you do.
Do you tell your friends you love them?
Yeah, partially. Like, you know, again, depends on the person. You have some friends you don't say it to.
Yeah.
And then you have some friends who you say it to. It's weird because, at least to me, friendships develop so differently, and you really have a different energy with every friend.
Yeah.
And friendship dynamics are also a real thing. So put yourself and two friends in a room, right? Certain dynamic. Another friend walks in, dynamic changes.
Yeah.
Girl walks in, or like a female friend, because it's a different energy in general. Vibe changes, you know, and it's all like an organic development. You don't really realize it,
but it does happen.
But it happens.
Yeah, true.
And I think that's exactly the same case with every other friend. So like some friends, you're like, you know, like, oh man, I love you, brother. You know, like you mean the world to me. You have these type of friendships, and then you have the type of friendships where you're not really like that hearty feely, but you're still there for each other.
Yeah.
Or it's like a professional friendship, even. You know, it's like it depends.
Yeah, and you know, have the friendship where you can just show them that you love them by throwing a ball in their face or something. You know, that's
yeah, exactly.
It's stupid like that sometimes.
It really is. It really is.
It also shows that you're comfortable with someone, right?
If
you can comfortably hurt them, then it shows. I don't know.
It's true. It's like insults.
Most of my best friends I've hurt.
Yeah.
Bad. Severely.
Yeah, and you laugh about it today.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those things that's going to be cut out of the podcast and put out of context.
Yeah, I like hurting my friends.
Severely.
I like sending them to the hospital. I care for them.
Coming back to, I consider myself a good friend. I have always been a very social person.
Okay.
Because I do consider us two to be social.
Yeah.
But have you been like that?
No. I think it developed. I think it honestly developed. I was a very shy kid. And then you also, like, as I grew up, I guess, I just tried to be more and more open to the world. And I think, internally, I think I'm an introvert, but I'm an extroverted introvert.
Yeah.
Because I became that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's you know, you can't really put anyone in a box like that with introvert, extrovert. You can have multiple aspects. But yeah, I'm also saying I was a very shy kid. And I still remember the fucking moment when in my neighborhood, some people asked me to come cycling with them. And I thought I'd be cool because I had this tractor thing that you could cycle. So I pulled up that bad boy. Looked fucking amazing. Downside, not that fast. So I got out of my house, literally in front of my fucking door. Everyone sprinted off with their bikes, and I couldn't keep up. And then I just thought, fuck it. I just went back inside, and like didn't see them again. Like literally, my parents told me like they would just show up to my door, like, yeah, can Jason come to play? And I would just like show up, no, and just slam the door. Fuck you guys.
So salty. Goddamn.
And then later I would like go for play dates with them, but still I would just cancel on them like that. It was just, nope, I'm making a
sassy with
I'm
it.
laying a jigsaw puzzle right now. I'm busy.
I wonder if there's a correlation with that, right? If you grow up a really social child, do you stay a social child? And do you do like the reverse growth that we had and become more introverted?
I think so, probably. It's all, everything in life is kind of like that, right? Where, you know, if a country is very right, it's going to be very left. And then I see it with people I know as well, where they were very social in their teens, for example, in high school. And now they're not that social anymore. Because it's also kind of like their social battery just ran out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I think they're like examples for everything, you know?
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm not saying it's always the case, but I have seen it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, also with myself, I was a very shy kid, and now I'm not. I see it in more things, though. I also say, like, with my siblings, well, my sibling, like, I was a fucking crybaby. But then during my puberty, teenage years, I was fine. But with my sister, she was the exact way around.
I heard that before. That if it's like a really, like a crying child, like a really problematic first few years, it's going to be a relaxed puberty and the other way around.
Yeah.
Super bizarre.
How was that for you? Were you a crybaby or?
Yeah, no, I was exactly like your way. I had an extremely chill puberty and a troubled childhood.
Yeah, weird how those things go.
It really is. It all like, I don't know. It always like swings in one direction and it swings in the other. Yeah. It's like you're adjusting, and maybe at the end of your life you're in a straight line.
Man, can we wait to be old? How great is that?
You can't wait to be old.
Yeah.
Why?
People talking to you like you're a pet.
Nice.
You know, you don't want to do something, you can just, get off your chair and try to offer help, and everyone's like, no, sit down.
Would you act it?
You might sneeze and break your back or something,
That is true, but you have doctor's appointments every once in a while.
I mean, how fucking cool are our fucking elderly homes gonna be with our generation?
Oh, they're gonna be lit.
They're gonna be fucking lit.
The amount of PlayStation parties. I mean, whatever else is out at that point, but still.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a vibe.
Getting all those prescription drugs,
I think at that point we all mad on weed. It's just a coffee shop basically. It's like it comes in a bag right when they give you your tray of food. It's just a roll joint next to it.
Just like it when you get old, you get away with a lot of shit.
Oh yeah. No. And no one suspects anything of you. Like you can do so many like also illegal things, right?
Yeah.
Because you're the innocent like grandpa.
Old people are so fucking racist and no one bats an eye.
Nope. It's like, it's grandpa. It's all, it's nice.
Yeah, you just can't take your grandparents out for dinner with just like an Asian someone,
Fair.
Where they have to ask, are you Chinese?
Oh, God. Ooh. I also wonder, like, looking at like that type of generation, will our generation be the same? Like, if we're old, do we really have not racist, but like
there's gonna be things that we're not keeping up with anymore,
or like views that just are constant. This is new. I don't want it.
That's what I said, right? Like, of course, it makes sense that we're all progressive right now, but I think at some point it might switch.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder. Then the thing is, do you want? But then it depends. You never know what news gonna come.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
This reminds me of a story of it was a old people's home for people with Alzheimer's, and it had this door, and people, because they're not quite there, but they're still there, so they would try to get out and realize like, fuck, I can't get out, and finish their round. But by the time they reach the door again, they would forget, try the door, and then fuck, I can't get out. So the entire fucking day they would be frustrated, thinking, hey, I'm being locked up. So what they did is they just painted the walls with trees. And now no one checked the door, because in their mind, no, there are trees, so there's no door.
Oh, man. Alzheimer's scares me.
Yeah.
That is a scary disease right there. Like, it's a nice story, right? But like all I can think of was like, fuck, man. I feel for those people.
In the fucking same old people Alzheimer's home was a dude who took his mom out. And an old lady wanted to come with, but they're not allowed to go out without like a chaperone or something. So he told her like, no, you need to stay. And she's like, no, I'm gonna go. And she's just waiting for the elevator, like, no. And then she started fucking hitting him with her fucking cane. But she got quite a swing, so it actually hurt. And then he just took her into the elevator and then didn't know what to do. And then this dude improvised, pretended to press a button, and then just said, ding! And doors open again, and the woman thought she was on a different floor.
Finessed him. How does it feel, finessing an old lady with Alzheimer's?
Yeah.
You made it at that point. But I mean, also, like, even all those, what's that movie called? Is it The Notebook?
That's the Alzheimer's.
Yeah. I mean, Ryan Gosling in that movie. Oh, but I mean, it's a fucked up thing. And it's a beautiful thing if you see someone like really care for someone, but then having like conversation with someone who doesn't even remember your name and stuff, and you had a long connection. It must be so hard. So hard, man.
Okay, back to the theme.
Hell yeah.
There is nothing like hometown friends. We kind of already briefly talked about this.
Yeah, it's just unconditional love. That's what it is. You just see each other, and it's like, "Ay, man, this is this and that," and that's all.
Yeah, and it's very hard to meet people like that ever again.
Yeah,
because right now, at least for me and for you probably as well, you're in college, so you're surrounded by people who kind of took the same path as you took. But your hometown friends, you've all taken different paths.
Yeah,
but you're still hanging out. You're all so fucking different.
Yeah.
But also the same because you grew up in the same area. But it's way more difficult to surround you with people that aren't taking your path.
Yeah.
As you get older.
It's bizarre, but it's such a cool dynamic too. Like you really know people out of every field at this point. Like and then some people you had no idea what they're gonna do, right? It's not like you're also really trying to get involved with that either, right? But you have friends now where you really look at them like, I would have never expected that person to do this now. It's like, and everyone develops, and it's such a beautiful thing.
Fucking imagine that people like Barack Obama.
Yeah.
He was in someone's class. Like, he is someone's hometown friend.
It's crazy.
With all the fucking crazy shit that happened, can you imagine one of your hometown friends becoming the fucking president?
Oh, and this time is going to be even worse because now you probably have some weird Snapchat memory like 17 years ago, and you see the now new chancellor of your country or whatever just do a backflip on a beer pong table. You know, it's like, what is this? Yeah. But I think there's a beauty to it, you know. Yeah. But then I wonder, does Barack Obama even have hometown friends? How does it work? I mean, he would need to.
Yeah, someone at some point was in the same class as him as well, right? You always know the weirdest shit about classmates from back in the day.
That is also very true. And it's also weird because I think, you know, how a friendship was, even at a childhood stage, right? I don't want to say, I mean, certain friendships are definitely, there's a certain leverage that one person has over the other. It's like a weird friendship dynamic.
You mean when you have one pretty girl and one ugly girl? The classic combination.
Or a gay best friend. No, but I mean, I mean, just in general, like, it could also be financially, or there's like a use of the friendship that goes into it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a friendship, but one friendship does have like a sort of leverage, even though I don't want to call it like that, but
you like David Dobrik or something.
For example. Yeah. Right. I have no idea where I was going with this. What was the topic?
We were talking about hometown friends, I think. And classmates, president.
Exactly, right? So like, even if there's the president, right? Maybe there's a situation in the childhood where one had leverage over the other. So how does that evolve over times, right? So now, let's say, like, I don't know, the child had some mad leverage because the kid owed him mad money or something, right? And then it just grew apart, it's whatever. But it's in the back of their minds, both of them, right? So then one becomes president, they meet each other again. Of course, the president could just easily pay it, you know, that's not what I mean. But like the certain dynamic,
yeah,
I think it would still be somewhat traceable, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. I just can already wrap my head around just anyone I've met when they were 14 that they rule a country. Anyone. Because we're all the fucking worst at 14. Like, 12 to 14 are the worst fucking years, especially for guys.
Yeah.
Everyone's a dick.
I think for girls too, though.
Yeah, but sometimes they grow up faster than guys, so maybe it's a bit earlier.
Yeah, true. But then if they go partying with 13, is that really?
Yeah, they're all dicks.
Yeah, I think there's certain repercussions to all of it, man.
Friendships are better than relationships.
But then, what really is a relationship? Like, is that just
friendship with sexual attraction?
Yeah,
and
because in the end, you also have a relationship with your friends.
Yeah, but like a sexual or a relationship where you call each other boyfriend, girlfriend, and you get sexually satisfied, and you take them home to introduce them to your parents as your partner. Keep it at that.
I mean, I think in definitely when meeting parents, there's a lot more pressure. Like if you say, "Oh yeah, this is my friend," right? Is it, you know? But if you say, "This is my like girlfriend, partner," it's like a more serious thing, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But
they might carry your grandchild at some point.
Maybe. But friendships are better than relationship. I mean, it depends on each, you know. I think it's an individual case.
Well, I do think in general that more friendships last than relationship last, because I think because of the whole being in a relationship thing, there's less pressure on the friendship.
True.
Where if you don't like each other as much in a moment, you just kind of back down, and then like the spiral you said, then you see each other a bit more again. but that's a bit harder to do in a relationship because you kind of have this pressure of it's a relationship.
That's true. I mean, I completely agree, but
it's always weird to call something better than something else, though.
True, but then I wonder if it's a quantity thing. Because you have so many friendships at the same time, what are the odds of one of that lasting? And you usually don't have that many relationships at the same time.
Usually,
that's, like people, but so I wonder if it's also like just a game of odds.
Yeah, true. Okay. My favorite friend story is...
Favorite friend story?
Yeah.
I remember
What's
that.
the first thing that pops into my head?
The first one that pops into my head is me and my best friend, Charlotte Leon. We did a trip to America, right? For like 6 weeks. We traveled down the West Coast. Of the States, right? And like it was an amazing experience. And those 6 weeks also had spirals. Sometimes you're like, man, this dude, and it also it goes back together, because 6 weeks just the two of us, like it adds to it, But the story is actually right after, right? Because the night we flew home, like right after, we both had a situation with girls at like a similar time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we both were jet lagged, right? And after the 6 week trip, I remember that I drove him to his girl. I drove to mine, and then later picked him up and drove back, right?
Yeah.
But to me, it was just such a like wholesome dynamic that after the 6 weeks, right, the day after, we said, we still hung out together, and we still were on this vibe. So for some reason, that was just a story that popped up to my head the first time. I was like, because it was a fun dynamic too,
That's good.
What's yours?
Well, the first thing that pops to mind is the Hanover story. Did I ever tell you the Hanover story?
Christmas market?
Yeah, the Christmas market.
Okay.
So what had happened? My mom had booked a hotel for going to a Christmas market in Germany, so abroad. And my mom would go with her boyfriend, and my sister would go with her boyfriend, and I was single. So I told my mom, just book a double room. I'll be in a relationship by then.
Okay, ambitious.
Of course, didn't work. So I decided to take my best friend with me, Peter. Shout out to him if he's listening. And we were, chilling right across the hotel was a cocktail bar, so it was good. And, Christmas markets, there's lots of food, lots of alcohol as well. And then we just jokingly texted, like, some of our other friends, like, yeah, you should just join us. And then they fucking did. It was like a 4-hour drive for one night. They actually fucking did it. They hopped in the car, got to us. I didn't know. I just thought you rent a hotel room and then you just rent a room, right? But yeah, it's pretty fucking illegal to then stay in a 2-person room with 4 people.
Makes sense.
I didn't know. So my mom was kind of thinking, I don't know, this is going to go down. But they already drove for hours, so I'm just not going to give a fuck about this, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we drank so fucking much. It was such a wild night. I was so drunk. At some point, my friend stole a bike. I just cycled some fucking bike that he stole. I got in a fight with my best friend, threw him on the ground, and then like a minute later, we were good again. Told each other we loved each other. Then we so fucking hangover, driving back the next day. Got in a traffic jam. Then my friend said, "You know what? I have a crate of beer in the trunk." So as we're in a traffic jam, people saw a couple of very hangover people get out of the car, go to the trunk to grab a beer, and very sadly drink it next to the road.
But that's a vibe, though. That's a vibe,
They're still fucking legends for driving 4 hours for one night.
Oh,
and then 4 hours back the next day.
Hell yeah. Like, that's how you know that's friends right there.
Yeah, and
you don't do that if you don't care for
We didn't have enough beds, of course, so I slept with my best friend in one bed, and it was, what do you call it, the bunks where you sleep higher, like they're above each other?
Yeah, like a bunk bed?
Yeah, bunk bed. And he was next to me, and he wanted to say something to the person below him, and he just fucking fell out and hit his head on the nightstand. He had a fucking concussion afterwards as well. That was crazy night. And to this day, he still says, "Yeah, when I press a certain part of my head, it still hurts."
Oh God, man, that's a good story though.
Now, talking about friendship as a talking point, we kind of also need to address the friend zone.
Oh,
do you have any experience with the friend zone?
Oh, hell yeah! You know, I think in both ways though. You know, I was lucky enough that I don't want to say lucky because it's also. No one wants to be put in a friend zone, right? Mm-hmm. No one is like, oh, fuck yeah, man. I'm like this girl. I want to be in her friend zone, you know? But sometimes it just happens, you know, you have a crush. Maybe you're over eager or something, you know? Things don't happen the way that you want them to. And you're in there, you know? And it's tough to get out of it.
You always think, you know, you kind of know like the friend zone is this place where no one gets out of, right? But there's always this little voice in your head that says, I can do this.
I can be the first.
You know, the odds are low, but never zero.
Exactly. But it's kind of like the Bermuda Triangle of personal relationships, right? It's like you're stuck in there, you know, maybe the plane crashes, maybe you go down, but maybe you make it past the other end.
You know, I buy lottery tickets. I believe in small chances.
It's the way to see it. It's exactly the way to see it.
But you're also friend-zoned.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah. It's also not a fun thing to do.
Men,
right?
Women, everything in between, everything else, everything's included.
It was girl. It happened twice, I think, but it was girls. It was not a guy. But
how did that go down?
I mean, you know, also I feel like, especially like also in my teen years, you know, I had a couple of relationships where I also look back, like, you know, those like middle school relationships that like last for 2 weeks or something, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, what was this? You know, what was this? I had a relationship with a girl, right? And we met on a Minecraft server, you know. And
that's hot.
Yeah, it was a very
Tell me more.
It was a very Minecraft romance, you know. Yeah. So from that point on, ever since that relationship, right? I looked back at it and I'm like, it's not what I want a relationship to be, you know? I realized I don't want to change diamonds for kisses. So I realized, at least digitally, you know? So I figured, you know, why not do it a little differently? And then this other girl from my class like texted me and stuff. And I was like, you know, I was traumatized from the last one. I was like, yeah, you know, I'd rather not right now. You know, let's stay friends, you know? So did you have any experiences?
Well, I think if you would have mentioned that, you know, like, yeah, no, I'm not right now. I'm in a rough spot. You know, I had this Minecraft chick that then you would be solid. I don't think it would have been an issue anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Would have left you off the hook immediately.
Yeah, I've definitely been friend-zoned. Yeah, definitely. Also have friend-zoned people. Especially when I needed a place to stay when I didn't live here. It's a fucking Jake story. I went out, it was the pub crawl, like the intro week of the studies, and yeah, I was in red, and I still had a lot of coins left, together with the Polish dude. So you know how that goes. We all spent it on shots. I think we had like 13.
Oh God!
Did them together. So I was way too fucking drunk. Missed my last fucking train.
Oh, rough.
But I needed to feed my cat, so I needed to get to Groningen somehow. And I knew this was this one girl who was kind of into me. So I just stayed over at her place. And then she would say things like, yeah, but we are going to cuddle tonight, right? And I would be like, yeah. And then just Pharaoh the shit out of, you know, get to her place, Pharaoh, fall asleep. Next morning, woke up, missed the fucking first train as well. I had to wait outside for an hour just to go home, feed my cat, wash my face, and go back and do it all over again. And later, I even fucking smelled the towel I washed my face with, and it just fucking, the smell of tequila was crazy. And I only washed my face with it. Oh. Yeah, ever since then, I hate tequila. That's
PTSD.
Yeah, like that smell of the towel. Then I know. No.
You threw in the towel for tequila after that. I'm like, no, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, no. But I did feed the cat, so.
I like the Pharaoh friend zone post though. I gotta say, it's definitely a move.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sleepy. Oh,
I'm falling asleep right as we speak. I'm sorry.
It's a curse of the Pharaoh. What can I say? Now, alcohol is my best friend,
but not tequila.
No, that's a talking point.
Oh, it isn't. It certainly isn't for me. If I drink alcohol, I can't sleep. It's nice. Like, I think like the socializing aspect of alcohol is very nice. You meet people that you immediately love and they love you back, you know, and that's great. But besides that, not the biggest fan.
It's a frenemy.
For you?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it is kind of like like a catalyst or something. Like, it makes things work. It's not the solution, but it does help getting to answers.
That is true.
Like, can you imagine going away for a weekend with your friends and being sober all the time? Can you imagine
At this point, no.
going to see your family and be sober all the time?
It's rough. It helps. You know, it's nice that it's there. So,
but that's weird though. Like, I thought about it. Like, even like with my hometown friends, like, of course I could go away for a weekend with them and not drink, but I'd rather not.
I mean, that's fair. It's fair. But then I don't know. It's a difficult thing. But it does help in social situations. Definitely.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and also you can, if you get out of social situations at a party, right? You can just say, when you're talking to someone and you kind of know they're putting more effort into the friendship, I'm going to get a beer, right? And never come back. 10 minutes into the party, 7 beers in my hand.
I'm going to get a beer. No, it's rough, man. It's rough.
We're already getting near the end of the episode. Let's do some last talking points. I can be jealous of friends.
Oh. Ooh. I think that's a spiral for me. That's a spiral for me. Sometimes, like, I wish all my friends all the success, all the health, all the luck in the world, right? But then, like, certain moments you also contemplate, right? You're like not jealous, but like more jealous of what other friends have accomplished, if that makes sense. Yeah,
you kind of reflect your own life. Like, you balance it out with your own life, right?
Exactly. And then it makes you look at it and you're like, you kind of feel shitty about it, but it doesn't take away from the fact that I wish them all of the success in the world.
The thing for me is I do wish all my friends the best, but if they have a full head of hair and they keep that shit fucking short and don't appreciate it, I'm fucking jealous. Fuck off. I would be so happy.
That's true. You appreciate what you have?
Ignorant fuck.
Exactly. That's just rude. And then show it off like that, man. And then the worst thing is if they like really mess it up and like make it all like they fuck it up themselves.
Yeah, like that's like the shortest haircut. There's like no haircut. Like, you might as well. It's like, no. You were able to have a haircut. Have a haircut, please.
Please do it for me. Do it for me, okay? I need it.
Do it for all the bald bros out there.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's always something to be jealous of, though, man. Some people be rocking like that full hair.
You can be my best friend. I would still be so fucking jealous of the hair you have.
Very true, man.
Okay, last talking point for today.
Alright.
I once had a sketchy friend or like classmate or anything. Do you have a story?
Sketchy? What do you mean sketchy? Like, shoot your story first. Maybe
because I thought about this. So, wasn't long ago in my studies. You kind of, get introduced to people you also normally maybe wouldn't have seen. And we were doing drugs and shit. Out of nowhere, this guy broke out saying, "Yeah, but that was not fun, you know." And we were at my place doing drugs. I'm like, what was not fun? Yeah, you know, prison and shit, jail. I was like, what? Then he just casually told me how he beat the fuck out of his teacher in high school.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So here I am doing drugs, drinking with this guy who has a fucking temperament issue, apparently. Nice way to break it. Like, right, at 4 a.m. or something. No, that was so not alright.
He broke the snow.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't think I have a story quite like that. Like, sometimes you just meet these random strangers that give you like that type of vibe, and you have a conversation.
Had like weird people in your middle school or high school. Like, I had this dude who was into my sister, and just like when guys went near her, he would just do. And later, he even threatened a friend of mine with a knife. He was a weird ass dude.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I have met a couple of those. I remember. Actually, now you say it. I would say I was at soccer practice, right? And I think soccer, like sports in general, is this also like another level of friendship. It's like a partnership, but you need each other to succeed, right? So yeah. Anyway, so I said soccer practice. I don't know how old I was, like 7, 8, and I feel very bad for this dude, right? So it's the first time I ever met him. And the dude just came up to me. He's like, yeah, I get beat at home. And I'm like,
oh, what?
I was like, what? Because also, like, you're 8, right? Yeah. How are you going to react to something like that, right? And, like, the dude also, like, he looked, let's not say in the best condition, right?
Fuck.
So that was one, like, where I look back and I'm like, oh, fuck. But, like, I was young at the time.
Did you tell, like, the trainer or something? Or?
Yeah, he did too. And like I also like saw his parents at one point, and it was kind of like even though like you're at a young age, you still pick up certain vibes.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, definitely.
And that was definitely one of those vibes where you were like, oh no, so, so that's the one thing that I can like remember of right now.
Yeah. I mean, we went full circle. We're back to beating up children, like the fucking episode 1 of season 1.
So, what a great turnaround.
What a way to round off the first episode of the second season of Midas Valley Podcast.
Hell yeah.
And I'll give you the honors to say,
don't beat up your children.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.